What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking a couple of tips on to make your handlebar job a little easier, and I'm currently stuck in traffic, so I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce myself.
My name is John Maxwell, and I'm a highly trained unprofessional right here at Chattahoochee Harley Davidson. And on this channel, I bring you guys to work with me. So if you want to learn more about Harley Davidson, hit that subscribe button right now. And enjoy today's bonus video.
Oh, God. Alright, so now that I've introduced myself, we can carry on. I hope you guys can hear me because this guy's exhaust is loud. We're on a 16 Dyna. This is actually my first T-bar handlebar job install. It's obviously very popular on the West Coast, and it's kind of creeping over here. I'd like to take this moment to rest in peace, Donna. Yeah, alright, let's get on with the video. I got a little bit of time on this test ride to kind of take a breather. We've been real busy. So my first tip for handlebar install is really for somebody that doesn't own the bike yet, and the Iron 1200 comes to mind in this situation. So if you don't even own the bike, but you know you like a particular look or whatever, so you're out shopping for a bike fully prepared to spend some money on the aftermarket stuff, a bike that comes with mini ABS might be a good starting point because of the lines that it has, the cables, the throttle, the brake, the clutch, all that stuff. This bike today, street bobs generally come with mini ABS. I took off a set of like probably a 10-inch Roland Sands, you know, I'll throw it up. So took off that bar and put these on. As far as I can tell, this is still the stock clutch cable and the stock brake line. It might be upgraded for this particular bike, a longer set. I did have to replace throttle and idle cables, but maybe he did, maybe he didn't have to change them. Either way, sometimes you don't, depending on, you know, you just don't like the stock shape, but it comes with a mini ABE and you want a different shape, then not having to change the lines out is a huge cost savings, especially if you're having somebody else do the work. That's some labor money saved as well. Second tip is, whether you're doing it or paying someone else, is to like plan ahead and think about all the things you might want. For example, this guy already had grips, but had he not, that left grip is glued on. Sometimes it gets all torn up when you're taking it off. Well, it's a great time to just go ahead and put grips on. As the installer, I'm not charging somebody extra money. I have to take grips off and on the handlebar anyway. This is about to be a big bump. Man, I just put my weight on these bars. They took it like a champ. But anyway, yeah, so grips, mirrors, levers, all the things that you're going to pull off of the old bars. It's a great time to go ahead and dress them up with new stuff. Third tip, if you're installing it yourself, is to like slow down and think about what it is you're doing. So I'm putting on these throttle and idle cables. This has been a 3-day job. Motorcycle, it's Rob. So on the third day is when the throttle and idle cables came in, so I got to put them on. I'm all excited, snap them in down at the throttle body, rod them up, put them up here. They're all twisted up. I wasn't paying attention. I was just so excited to like get them put in that they're wrapped around each other, which makes them check yourself. I'm really glad she didn't go. She probably could have gone, but anyway. Well, that really hurts the snapback on the throttle if you don't route them as straight and together as you can. If they twist even like one time in this bend or the bend at the tank, then that's not going to happen. in addition to that, I think I'm like calling myself out on all this stuff. So when I went to pull the handlebars off,
oh, I'm about to make a big mistake here.
I hadn't disconnected the switches from within the frame on a dyno, under the tank on a Softail and a Sportster, and you know, stuff like that. But anyway, think about what it is you're removing and make sure it's free to move. It really sucks to have some heavy part, even if it, you know, it could be anything. It usually for me it's exhaust and O2 sensors, that you're holding this heavy part and you can't even leave because you're connected. You know, you have it's an opportunity for a connector to break. Fourth tip is making sure everything works before you start the job. So the worst, and it's happened to me a few times, I have like found out the left turn signal doesn't work after I've done a handlebar job. Well, what if it didn't work before I did the handlebar job? It sucks to try to troubleshoot something that you don't know if you did something to make it not work or if it already didn't work. For example, if that left turn signal doesn't work before you start the job, it could be the switch is bad, the bulbs are, it could be a lot of things that you didn't do. But generally, if you just did work and something isn't working, then you expect that you just did something to make it not work. So you like pull the switches back out of the handlebar, you're checking wires, you're thinking you yanked something off, the whole time the switch was broken before you even started. Tip 5 is to measure your cables. I didn't just rush out and like order whatever cables. We've talked about before how the cables on my Sportster are all too long because I didn't measure them. I just ordered some stuff that, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So I measured these. I'll show you the kit real quick.
The super fancy clutch cable, throttle cable, brake line measuring 2L. Basically it has every cable you could need with various length measurements on them, so you can decide what you need. Various bend ends for everything, so I build my cable. I think I'm going 90 to like kind of fit the curve of this bar, or 90-degree angle.
And you don't have to use the kit. You can just, you know, like use string. You can disconnect the cable and measure the distance, but it's important that you route it the way it needs to go. Move the handlebars to left lock and right lock, all that stuff, and make sure that it actually works. You know, there are a lot of companies that, like, I'll use Burley as an example. When I bought my handlebars, I could have easily just bought the Burley cable kit for my year model for a set of handlebars that were of that size. The problem is they're usually, say, 14 to 16 inches. Well, if it will also fit a 16-inch, then it's too long for my 14-inch. And I have seen quite a few times that the aftermarket cable companies have something just not quite right. I had a hydraulic clutch line not fit correctly in a slave cylinder on a brand new touring bike. That set my job back one full day, which was exactly not when the customer wanted his bike back. So it really sucked. Sixth tip is, you know what, I don't even have a sixth tip. I just like came up with these tips like off the top of my head. I didn't plan this out at all. I just really wanted to show off these handlebars. Oh god. Tip 6, polyurethane bushings. They are great. This lack of movement in these handlebars is because I put polys in here. The stock rubber bushings are great for, you know, like stock. They're actually not that expensive. I think they're $29.95 or something like that, but whatever. It's a solid upgrade to a set of apes or taller T-bars or whatever. Stiffens up the rod a little bit. Good stuff.
Alright guys, that is it 5 tips, well, plus a bonus about the whole polyurethane bushing thing. Hopefully this answers some questions that I get about the handlebar jobs and how I do it and make it look easy and all that good stuff. So you guys know the drill. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big dirty thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification too so you know when I'm uploading. And bike night, 3rd Friday every month, right here at Chattahoochee Harley. They serve cold beer. That's where I'm going. I'll catch you guys in the next one.